Hello, my name is LaShonda, and today we're going to talk about fire prevention. We're going to start off talking about the 3 E's of fire prevention: education, engineering, and enforcement. The first E, education, educates the general public about fire prevention. This can include evacuation routes, evacuation meeting points, the use of fire extinguishers and upkeep, as well as fires and how they start and spread. E2, or engineering controls, is going to focus on materials used when upgrading or creating new structures, as well as codes that are in place to make sure that not only the occupants of the building, but potential first responders that might respond to a fire are safe while doing so. The last E, enforcement, is going to cover the enforcement of E2 and the codes, regulations, and standards that are in place. In Hall County, we have a planning and development committee. Planning and development issues permits for such things as HVACs, electrical, plumbing, expansion of existing buildings, new developments, remodeling, and or demolition. The Planning Development Committee works very closely with the fire marshal. The fire marshal will typically be over building inspections, and they will do annual inspections at buildings as well, or any developments. Hall County follows International Fire Code, Building Code, and Life Safety NFPA 101 with amendments made by Georgia. All of these amendments in no way take away from the existing codes, but rather add further protection to occupants and first responders for Hall County. Fire resistant testing will be conducted by NFPA and UL. This includes testing the materials through fire tests. When after they pass, they will receive a rating through NFPA and UL. There are 2 tests that these materials will go through. The first, the fire resistant test, will be a test to see how long the individual material can withstand fire without spreading. This can be done by ASTME, and there are 2 types that are done for fire testing. The first is ASTME 84, and that's going to test the characteristics of the material when under fire. And then there's ASTME 119, which will test the structural integrity of the fire. The rating will come from the time frame that the material is capable of withstanding a fire without spreading. The second test is the hose stream test. The hose stream test is meant to test the structural integrity of the material if first responders must come out to put a fire out with that material, or if that material is on fire. The stream test is going to be a consistent stream of water 20 feet away, but no hose stream test will be done until that material passes the fire resistant test, typically the ASTME 119. In conclusion, fire prevention is something that we all play a part in, whether it be understanding and being educated on how to prevent and understand fire from spreading in residential or commercial areas. The engineering controls that are meant to be put in place to provide protection not just to occupants, but first responders as well. And the enforcement of codes that NFPA has set up and that local LEPC upholds. Thank you for listening. Have a great evening.